Good afternoon, friends. We welcome you today on a very important topic in medical legal issues, which is much ignored topic. So today we are going to discuss about a very important topic in medical legal law, that is medico legal complaint. Because in my experiences of 8 years in handling 8,000 cases, I have seen that this particular topic is much ignored in every field of medical, including dental field, which is very important. And today I am going to talk about that particular topic in length. And definitely we welcome your queries also for that particular purpose. But what is all about this? Let me brief you. This is the topic of a medico legal complaint. As you all are aware that medico legal cases are in rise in our country, as compensation has gone up to 11 crores rupees given by Supreme Court latest judgment and multiple judgment of multi-crores compensation. And also criminal court has started punishing a doctor in various medical negligence cases. And due to literacy, which is raised in our country in much, has aware the younger people to know about their rights. And people you as know are internet familiar people, they know their rights. And nowadays people are going net and web and trying to find out the treatment given by you and the remedies for that. That's the reason there is a multifold increase in the cases against medical practitioners. And that is the reason why we need to educate ourselves. Friends, let's try to know one important aspect, because medico legal cases includes huge syllabi type of things. If I start educating, it is going to have hour and hour. But let's talk on single topic today. And this 45 minutes, 1 hour interaction with you all people, I am going to talk only on one topic, a medico legal complaint. Now, what is this medico legal complaint and why it is important to us? Let us know that first. So, medico legal complaint means what? A complaint which is given to administrative authority in any of accidental cases or unnatural cases. And why it is important to our dental people? Because many of the cases which we handle, we don't know, but it could be because of roadside accident, it could be because of conflict between the people, it could be because of violence between the people, it could be inflicted by any of the accident, because patient comes to us with a bleeding in mouth, with a tongue bite, with a broken tooth, and we start a treatment immediately because our profession says that you should handle a patient immediately. But we forgot the legal aspect of the particular things. And why it is important? Let me tell you. Because recently a case came to me of one dental surgeon who phoned me. A patient came to him with a history of a bleeding, nose bleeding, bleeding from mouth, with a broken tooth. This doctor has immediately taken a patient, done a primary treatment, started a treatment. When he's done cleaning of the tooth, he found there was a fracture of a tooth with a tear in gums. Immediately he has given a pack as a primary treatment. And when he seen that bleeding has not stopped, immediately he gone for suturing of that particular things. He has done all proper medication and treatment. And 4-5 days patient has followed these doctor, patient got well, gone home. 3 months later, a police with this guy came to this doctor's clinic. He was shocked to see the police because he was knowing the patient. And this police has inquired, have you treated this patient? He said, yes, I have treated this patient. He has shown all the records of the treatment. Then this police people has said, this guy has done a crime. He was involved in attempt of a murder case of a guy, and from there he ran away. It was shocking for the doctor because he has just given a treatment of a dental, whatever, which patient has got. When further inquired, police has said there was a conflict between these two people, and that has led to a crime where he has stabbed a guy and ran away. And when this guy came to you, you are the first guy who has treated this patient. And immediately he inquired, have you done MLC? Then this doctor was shocked because he was not knowing about MLC altogether. Then he inquired, what is this? He said, when there is a crime, people or any accidental case comes, you should inform to the police. If we would have done, we would have caught hold of this guy earlier, 3 months back itself. And then doctor have to face lots of legal issues. We have handled that case as a different issue altogether. But this can happen with you also. So just know what is medico-legal complaint? I'm definitely going to give a guidelines to you also in this particular case. So, but basically you should know the law, okay, what this law says to us. Friends, every medical practitioner, it could be a dental practitioner or any of the pathy and specialty practitioner, must know about this particular thing, because we see a patient with accident in major cases, in a casualty and all. And every state has got different procedure altogether. We don't know which state you are practicing, but you should know the procedure aspect of your state with amendment in a particular section, so that you can properly manage the case of a medico-legal complaint. Let me give a brief idea of medico-legal complaint altogether. See, medico-legal complaint, which is defined, I'll just make you more palatable to you to understand the fact. In simple single layman language, medico-legal complaint means any accidental case or unnatural case which comes to us must be informed to administrative authority. Medico-legal complaint means any crime which is happening. Now, our law itself says that being a citizen of a country, being a law-abiding citizen of the country, you are duty bound to inform administrative authority if you seen any crime. It is for everyone, even for the public. I'll give example. If you are walking from a road and you have seen there is any murder happened or rape happened or any crime happened, you are the live witness to a particular crime, it is your duty to inform a police. And if you don't do that, you will be punished by the law. This is what a law of country. But in a public cases, naturally there is no witness where police can catch hold of any guy, because it is difficult to prove that he was available at that time or not. But same applies to the doctors. In that case, police can directly reach to us, because patient comes to us and we are the only person who witnessed such a crime. So it is evidence, and if you don't inform administrative authority, then we are directly liable, and there is evidence that we have not informed. Let me give you the law behind this particular medico-legal. So CRPC, that is Criminal Procedure Code in our country, which governs the criminal law, Section 39 enacted by the Parliament, the law people who were knowing about this, very clearly says public to give information of certain offences. Certain offences means every accidental offences. Offences means a crime. And you are duty bound by the law to do. In case of medical case, as rightly said, doctor is like a public, because a case in casualty comes to us, in a clinic come to us, we are the first person who knows about the crime, because many of the time patient also shares the truth. Patient also says, I have got a roadside accident and the bike people have dashed me and then I have fallen on a road and my tooth broken. So it is again, roadside accident itself is a crime. It is a negligence driving. And if you don't do that, you will be in problem. I'll share few cases with you all to make you more understand, but let's get the basic idea of the law first. So Section 39 of CRPC, our country says that we are legally bound to inform a police. And if you don't do that, then Section 176 of IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, says omission to give notice or information to public or servant by person legally bound, means we are being law-abiding citizen, we are legally bound to inform. If you don't inform, you will be arrested. Not only arrested, you will be tried for the offence, and if it is proved that you have done wrong, you will be punished for that, and punishment in the form of a jail, that is, and also a fine or a fine. See, my friends, try to understand the importance of this. If patient comes to you where husband has beaten a wife violently, it could be a domestic violence, and with a history of tooth broken or a bleeding mouth comes to you, you treat that female in spite of female saying you everything, this is domestic violence, my husband does this, that thing, and then you console a patient, you tell a lady, go away with this, we will definitely treat and avoid a police case. Same female, after 3 months, goes to police station, file a domestic violence against the husband and in-laws, and shows your prescription that you have treated this particular patient when first time husband has beaten her or in-laws have beaten her, and then police calls you and asks you, why you have not informed us? Otherwise 3 months back we would have taken action against the husband and in-laws. Means you are trying to hide the crime. Then it's again a crime, and believe me friends, if police wish, police can book you and you can be arrested. So this is what is law of country, And nowadays, since youngsters are much aware about the law, they know how to book people. They are internet familiar. And young female, earlier was the story is different. Young female are not ready to get, beaten by the husband or in-laws. They are always there to go to police station and complain. So be aware in such a cases when cases comes to you. My friend, not only that, but if you don't do that, section 201, what it says, causing disappearance of evidence of offence or giving false information to screen the offender. Earlier cases, as I told you, if you are not informed the police about the violence done on a wife by husband or in-laws, a patient which you have treated, 3 months later, if this patient files a case against in-laws under domestic violence or dowry extortion, and when you have been called, and when you say that I have not done MLC, not only section 176, but again 201, means what police will say? You are intently wishing to wipe up the evidence. Evidence is what? The injury mark on the female. And that was evidence. By treating, you just wanted to hide up the particular offence, then you will be responsible for that also. So 201 again become offendal offence, where again you will be, and depend upon the crime, the imprisonment has been given by the law. It could extend to 3 years, 7 years, even in half murder cases up to 10 years in life. And with smaller mistake of ours where we are not involved, we have to dance in front of these police officer, investigation officers, because we are unaware about the law. Let me share few cases with you all people. See, I have started seeing cases in dental. Earlier, I used to case in other specialities and pathies, where lots of cases are still in court of law. I have seen my doctors getting arrested by the police behind the bar for many of the days, because it has become a non-bailable offence. And after that, they are facing a trials. It is a painful time. But nowadays, we have started getting cases in dental field also. Earlier, it was very rare. But since we have started getting it, we need to get aware. So let me share 1 or 2 cases. Earlier, I said of one case. Similarly, another case of domestic violence came to me, where this female has filed a case at interior of Maharashtra after 5 months, and she complained to the police saying that my husband has said and my in-law has said, if you don't pay me 2 lakhs rupees, I will see that your face will be disfigured. Disfigured means you will not be able to live in society with a dignity. And with that intention, he has punched me multiple times on my face, which has caused a tear in my lips, caused tear in my gums, a broken tooth, and doctor has treated me 5 months earlier, and immediately doctor was called, and when doctor was inquired about the thing, it was shocking for the doctor because no consent letter was found with him. He has treated the patient, he has done a suturing which was indicated and found record, he has done a tooth treatment which was found again in record, but no consent of a female. When there is no consent of a female, it becomes again an offence, and this doctor was unnecessarily being harassed by these particular agencies. Don't you think such a cases can come to you also, and you are unaware about the fact? Earlier I had shared with you people about the half murder case. Nowadays, all smaller cases are coming. A month back I have got a call from one dental people where in a road accident, he has treated a patient, and in that case, the guy who has done accident accompanied a patient and promised to pay a total medical bill to the doctor. Doctor has given a complete treatment. Payment was received from this particular guy who has done a roadside accident. Later, after 6 months, this guy has filed a case against this particular bike wala, saying that he has done accident. And then police came to this particular doctor, inquire about the treatment, and then only question, have you done MLC? And says there was no MLC. It was a trouble for the doctor. Another case came to me which was involved with a medical issue, where patient has got multiple injuries, and one of the injury was a dental part, where orthodontist has treated. And when they have gone for the claim to medical company, this company, after going through the paper, found that there is an accident happened, and then company has sent a letter to this particular patient for MLC, and since there was no MLC, claim was rejected. And who was responsible for that? Doctor, because patient came back to the doctor and fought with the doctor because he got huge loss of finance and forced doctor to pay illegally. My friends, try to understand, we are now in information world where information is on fingertip. You all know that internet is the way where people can get any information they want, and youngsters of age group between 15 to 45 are much aware about their rights and internet facilities, and they are a 50% of this population, and for every single things they go on the internet, found out the procedure. Not only that, but they also try to get the idea of the remedies they are getting, and they are just creating a problem because they are fighting for their rights. Not only that, let me add on to one more section which is very important to know, is IPC section, Indian Penal Code section 202, which says intentional omission to give information of offence by person bound to inform. Section 201, causing a disappearance of evidence. Section 2, knowingly not giving information, means you are knowing that this is accident case, still you are not informing to the authorities, definitely you will be liable. And these are the sections which become a mandatory to us, because being a law abiding citizen, law always says you should be aware with the things, because very simple common phrase in the law, ignorance of law is no excuse. Tomorrow you cannot say that I was unaware about this particular law, that's the reason I have done mistake. That is not an excuse. Then you have to pay a penalty. Then you have to face all criminal charges. So better you know these things. And my friend, this has become very important nowadays in practice, which is much ignored part in medical legal complaints, So that's the reason today we have decided to take this single topic so that you will be educated in medical law relating to medical complaint. Let me give the guidelines, because once now you understand how important this particular topic is, it is better that you should know the guidelines. What are the things one should do in such a cases? Being a doctor, there could be some guidelines. So, basic things, the prime thing, the important thing is labeling a case of MLC. And it is very clearly said that every medical officer, even of a dental surgeon or dental doctor or whosoever, must go on their own judgments, and after detailed history of medical examination, he should decide about the medical legal complaint. Because as I said, detailed history means what? How this injury is inflicted, what was the reason of injury, what was the past background, has there is any conflict, has there is any crime, has other things, and what are the injuries part, labeling everything, and then taking a decision. Examples, there are much cases, but few to make you more understand about this, like assault and battery, which I said, if two friends are fighted with each other, there is a fighting between the people, it could be children or adult or who it could be. So, it could be domestic violence, which I said, which is nowadays very common, child abuse. See, I am just sharing the cases which is coming to dental people, where dental people are more prone to get such a cases. And then again, roadside accident, the much cases, because every dental treatment, injury treatment, and a broken tooth treatment, a bleeding from mouth, naturally after accident comes to us only if it is related to our field. So, roadside accident, cases of a trauma where foul play is there. Not only that, now there sexual offences, gagged the mouth and the female have been, her dignity have been violated off, and then again she comes with, there could be a teeth bite also which could have caused injury. Many of them sexual offences, female may for their defense bite, do because use tooth for that, and again that tooth impression plays very important. If tooth is broken, even the preserving the tooth become very important if that lady gives the history of sexual offences, because the tooth impression can catch hold of the guy who has done it. Death on operation table, it's a very rare case, but it definitely happened with the dental people, because I have got a few cases where GA was given in a children which caused death, or even a spinal anesthesia sometimes cause anaphylactic shock where patient can die. Now this anaphylactic shock also is accident. because medical accident also come in a purview of crime. Accident means later it can be proved to be negligence also. So it is a crime. So in such a cases, unnatural deaths, again same, anaphylactic shock comes under unnatural deaths because it is accidental death. Drug overdose, many of the patient comes to you with alcohol abuse or anything and they fall on a road and then family bring them. Yesterday night he has drunk much more and fallen road and we found in morning and he's got tooth broken, this thing, that thing. These are the things, drug abuse. So these are the things, this is a few of the example I shared with you all people. But much more thing you should understand behind this, because this plays very important role in our medical practices. So general guideline, just try to understand what exactly we should do generally. So very important thing in emergency, first and foremost thing that you should resuscitate the patient, stabilize the patient without waiting for any legal formalities. One patient is stabilized, treated, properly treated, stabilized, out of danger, then you can start with all sort of legal formalities. Because emergency, in many of the, even Supreme Court has settled in Permanent Katara's case, that in medical emergency, doctor need not have to wait for the legal formalities. The first prime thing for the doctor is to save the life of the patient. So you need not worry for that. First, stabilize the patient, take a proper care of the patient, do proper treatment without any fear, and then after patient was stabilized, start doing a legal formalities. Legal formalities means you should label the case. Okay, this is the medical legal case. Then start writing register papers, IPD paper, OPD paper, whichever there, everything to be properly noted. Not only that, but every detail about the things which has happened, with every piece of evidence which can help the prosecution or a police to investigate the matter, like the broken tooth if it was with you, or any gums injury, or any swab, or anything related to that. Every proper evidence which can help the prosecution, you should preserve that, you should label that, you should make a proper note of this particular things, you have to make a proper medical legal register, proper medical legal book, you should, everything you have to properly do it. And after maintaining all records, even whatever investigation you have done, an X-ray or whatever investigation you have done, preserving everything properly, noting down, doing then inform to the police. You can, informing the police also, you can maintain a record, but you have to ready with your records, and attention must be given. And sample specimen when you give, take a signature of a police officer whom you are handling particular samples. Not only that, what precaution you should take in medical legal cases. The complete available particulars, I already said, the evidence, a piece of evidences, you have to properly make a record of that. Not only making a record, but maintaining a double copy. A copy one should be with you, because copy you are going to give to police officer, but record should be with you. Taking a signature on a second copy, so it is been duplicate copy. Always remember, never ever indulge in giving a case, death certificate, or involving any doctor to give a death certificate, because you cannot say what could be the cause of death in accidental cases. So always, if at all, even if it is anesthetic death, you are given a local anesthesia and patient got anaphylactic shock, or GA and patient has got shock, where you are absolutely unaware what could be the cause of death. In such a cases also, always prefer postmortem. Inform a police, hand over a body to police. Police will take the charge of the body. They will do a postmortem. They will try to reach exact cause of death, and thereafter they will hand over a body to the relative. But don't get involved. If at all you get involved, you will be in trouble, my friends. Not only this, you have to take all smaller record maintaining and other things in your purview. Not only that, you have to preserve your records properly. See, very simple procedure I'll tell you. It's not very tough procedure for our dental people or any doctor to inform. If any such a case comes to you, after treating a patient, stabilizing a patient, make a note on your letterhead with the 2 copies stating that what are injury patient has got, because of what injury a patient got, to give a letter to police officer or local police station saying such a patient with a name. Always remember, write down the name, age, provisional diagnosis, with that identification mark of the patient, because you don't know patient is given a right name or wrong name. Identification marks of the patient on your paper. Take a signature of a patient. If any relative has accompanied or any friend has accompanied, like many at the time motorbike owner or a car owner accompany a patient, take a detailed record of them also. Not only name, age, nowadays since mobile numbers are available with every people, take a mobile number, take a email IDs, take their complete address, their age, name, everything you properly maintain. If patient is left your clinic on OPD treatment basis, after patient is left, make a letter in the name of police officer mentioning every detail about the treatment you given and every detail about the injury inflicted on the patient and the cause. Mention that such a patient came to me, I have stabilized the patient has been okay, given a treatment. This is the address of the patient, this is the mobile number, this is the email ID, this is the address, email ID and number of the patient who accompanied. Give a detail, this is for your information. Now this later you submit to the local police officer, take a signature on the copy, preserve in your file, and your job is over. Now it is duty of a police to go to that particular people's place, take the statement of that and find out the crime. And if crime is get registered, you need to just give a paper. Very simple. But preservation of paper takes very important role in medico legal complaint, because in medico legal complaint the time limitation to preserve a paper is the time till the time this case get over. It could be 15 years, it could be 10 years, it could be life, I don't know. Because in Indian scenario, or crime get registered and trial, it takes long hours, long years rather, 7, 8 years. So in any medico legal complaint, wherever you do a complaint, you have to preserve paper in your custody, in a safe custody, till the time case get over, because you will be called as a witness in such a time, because you are the informant. So when case comes on a board, you can be called as a witness. At that time these paper records are needed. My friends, believe me, since education level in our country has increased, literacy has increased, micro interior, if you go and see, 20 years aged people are a graduate, internet facilities are well in every micro interiors also, people are aware about internet, they know they can easily get information, they know their rights, medias are exploring a much. Now common people are knowing about their rights because of media, because of print media, because of visual media. It is time that we should be very careful, because we are the person who are serving a society at large and easy target to the antisocial people also. So we should be very careful in our practice. The topic which I have taken today is a very, very important topic, but much ignored topic, because medico legal complaint is a complaint where we are really not very serious about it. But my friends, let me again and again remind you that we are in medical profession and law abiding citizen, a follower of law in our country. We should follow a law and be the best person to support, to suppress the crime also. I am inviting your queries, if at all any queries you have got. We are there to help and solve this. But this really, I thank you for giving a time and listening to me for this particular topic. Any query you got, you can contact us. Such a query escape. You are also got query. What precaution to take? I have already advised you what precaution. Guidelines I have already given to all people. I have got a query, what precaution? Simple precaution which I said, one should be. What precaution we should take? The query I have got. As I have repeatedly told you, you have to maintain your proper records, because written evidence prevail over oral evidence, and retain plays very, very important thing to save us. So you should be very careful, very much careful with your paperwork. Whenever you get such a cases, make a proper record of the case. reserve that case, that particular paper, till the time this case gets over. Paperwork should be proper with every injury mark in a duplicate copy. Wherever you give a copy, take a signature of the person whom you are handing over the copy. Don't you think that law should be taught in a medical school too? It would be much helpful. I am absolutely agree with you, and we are repeatedly requesting to every councils to start in their syllabi, because earlier scenario in our country was different, but now we are started following UK US's laws, and if you go on a web and find out, you will be shocked to see that in UK US, in all developed countries rather, medical legal complaint is the number one issues, and advocates are suing a doctor for crores of rupees. Not only that, if you read properly, I'll tell you with my experiences where I have read in different fields, like I'll tell you averagely, in a gynec field, I'll just comment, 86% of gynecologists have got case against them, and 34% people have got multiple cases against them in UK. So this is scenario of every other developed countries which is happening, because everything which happens in developed countries definitely happens in developing countries. So today we are also facing the same. So naturally medical legal issues are going to raise like anything. So you are absolutely right. It should be mandatory part of our syllabus, so that upcoming doctor are well aware about medical law. Because I always say, before advocate become a doctor, why not doctor become advocate? What if patient lie while eliciting history? Good question. This is the common thing. Patient never ever give a truth history, a proper history. So it is very important for us to provoke the patient, get a proper history, talk to the relatives, try to get a proper history. But in any accident case where your inner sense says this could lead to, you need to inform, even if it is improper history, because in accident, whatever type of accident, whatever history given to the patient become the accidental case or criminal case. Like even the fall, history of a simple fall. Patient may give a history of simple fall, I just fallen down. But fallen down itself is accident. And that also, accident means unnatural. You need to, but then you have to weigh where and what to do, because as I said earlier, your own professional knowledge is going to help you in such aspect. Sir, I am in a government job in Rajasthan and I am supposed to handle MLC cases related to dental. Special expert opinion, then we to attend evidences in court also sometime 3 to 4 years after incidents. Most of the referral cases wants expert opinion regarding exact duration and a nature of injury. Sharp or blunt injury in a fresh or not. My question is, it is very difficult to extract opinion what to do in this situation, and also we have to face a pressure of various types of people to give opinion in a favor. Please guide if there is authentic book on a dental MLC. Good question, but I'll tell you, this is what our country many people are facing. We are always influenced by the politician, the seniors, the local people. But my friend, law is law. Ultimately, you are going to face a dance of the law. So, just take your own decision by your own, without getting influenced by any other people. In such a cases where you've been pressurized by senior to give an expert opinion, take their signature on the paper. Tell them to give in writing. I know it is very difficult, but ultimately, if at all you do any wrong, you have to face a dance. You will be arrested. The senior is not going to arrest it. The politician is not going to arrest it. Now, but exact comment and opinion, I always advise you to take a help of your colleagues and seniors. See, wherever opinion is sought for any injury mark, like I'll tell you, in a rape case where tooth mark, which can, held responsible and rapist, in trial court definitely, cross witnesses or cross examination is going to be tough, and the advocate can cross like anything. But in such a cases, your expert opinion on the basis of your knowledge and a dental knowledge in academic year, what we have learned, plays very important role. So wherever, whatever opinion you give, you see that you have already known about the particular injury, you have read about that particular injury during your academic year. Means some books, references of your dental must have mentioned such a thing. So that could be a great defense to you. Don't use your own mind, which is not in a book. Don't try to give that, because it will become difficult for you to explain the same. So ultimately, only thing I'll say, it is your own conscious. About medical law, not related to exactly dental law, but I have got my 8 books written by me on the law of medicine. You can go with that, because that has covered everything about medical law. You can read that and you can have your knowledge for that also. Sorry. नीचे जाने का तो last. Does the last. Friends, we are welcoming you all queries. Suppose you have not asked now and you have not got a time to ask now, but still we are open to help you in any moment, any time, wherever you are. In any such a situation where you get stuck up, you can call me on my personal mobile number. You can write down my personal mobile number if you wish. It is 9323446163. I'll repeat. It is 9323446163. This mobile number is 24 hours on for my doctor colleague to help them in any time in any of medical legal issues they get stuck up. So you can phone me and get query. If you want more information, you can write me on email ID of mine. You can write on my email ID also. It is Vakil, VAKIL, Arun, ARUN, Mishra, MISHRA, Vakil Arun Mishra @gmail.com. Again, Vakil Arun Mishra @gmail.com. You can send me CC at Dr.Arun, Dr.Arun @doctorsrisk.com, DOCTORS, doctorsrisk.com, Dr.Arun @doctors.com. You can visit a website, doctorsrisk.com, to get more information about medical legal cases. It is DOCTORS RISK, doctorsrisk.com. We are there to help you anytime, anywhere, wherever you get stuck in any of medical legal issues. Please free to call us. For today, we have decided to take just one topic of a medical legal complaint, which we try to educate you. In future, definitely we will be with you whenever we decide for different topic. Definitely I am going to address you about consent, about prescription, about lots of issues, but one by one we will have a topic so that you can be educated in medical law. I really thank you all for giving me a time to share my experiences with you all people. Thank you very much. Thank you.